I realized today that I have hundreds of plants. Indoors, I have 100 seedlings. And in the gardens, the 3 levels, I have at least 100 in pots. At least. Shall we count? And then, in the ground and in the aquaponics, even more. What is the plan here? Abundance. Abundance is fun. And lately we've had cucumber abundance. My goodness. 9 cucumbers, fat ones, in 3 days. And more on the way. Just loving it. Then I have my nursery plants. Those that have germinated from seed, grown for a couple months, and are now in 1 and 2 gallon containers, waiting to be graduated to something better. So much potential. And yet here in Hawaii, we struggle with not just the sun that is wonderful, but too hot, but also disease. Here's my former Italian garden that's now home to my collard farm. And some tomatoes are back. And soon I will be letting them grow into the ground as hopefully the mosaic virus is out of the soil by then. A close-up of the plants will show that I have all kinds of peppers. Lots and lots of potential here. And my row of super hots, waiting for something to burn my mouth. If you just want volume, grow Thai peppers, because they come out in clusters and you just can't keep up with them. Look at that. They're hard to see when they're green. And while I'm waiting for my reapers to produce, I have the scorpions to burn my mouth. And they are hot. Here's a reaper plant I've been waiting for ages. My goodness, it's probably almost 3 feet tall, maybe 2.5, waiting. Even this big guy is a pepper, waiting. And I have a bunch of random tomatoes growing like crazy and still waiting. I did say I probably had 100 in containers. I'm not joking. And here's cucumbers going up the dead tree, making it alive again. These are Japanese cucumbers. And tomatoes everywhere you can look. My biggest tomato is this guy. It's a monster, but it's the only one that's on this plant. And I have others that are smaller. Blueberries that are coming out. Here they are. And I'm hoping that in a couple months the trellis will be filled with tomatoes. Over here I have a random assortment of cucumbers and beans, and I'm in the process of redoing my raised beds. Another reaper with promise. I saw a pepper here somewhere, or maybe not. Wait a minute. I found it. Do you see? Oh, I can't wait. I've been waiting for months and months and months. Now this is a level with peppers and tomatoes and eggplant right outside the backyard. And I want to show you what I did yesterday. More reaper, more promise. is my cage or trellis I made for the beans, the string beans. Thank you, Nadine, for your genius idea. It's so easy to make and I love it. And if I sound out of breath, it's because I'm still making my way up to the aquaponics again, where I have peppers lining my path. And I have a lot of aloe, which I make juice with every week. I think these are Hungarian hearts, and they're super prolific. I've been harvesting off of them. This is another one that seems to be the Hungarian heart, and as you can see, a ton of tomatoes waiting, and cucumbers are all over the place. Oh, there you go. Some whoppers waiting to be picked. Okay, so at the aquaponics, I've really figured out how to harvest the ong choy for dinner. We have chives and green onion, basil to go with the tomatoes, really yummy. These peppers turn yellow and crazy hot. I even have a tomato plant that somehow is thriving here. And I love these guys. They're taking forever to turn yellow, but these are, I believe they're called lemon drop. And they're all over the plant. But it's been a month and they're still green. And there's a beautiful eggplant, untouched by spider mites. More eggplant. And then on this side, I grow the sweet potato greens, which are also super yummy. I really recommend this. And finally, my tomatoes growing in containers are super happy. These guys are almost 5 foot. The tallest one is 5.5 feet tall, so you can see. And they're beginning to fruit, so super exciting. Now on the other side, to finish this all up, these are all my super hot peppers. And somewhere in there is a Carolina Reaper waiting to be eaten, I'm sure. All right, that's my garden update for now. Aloha. And as an update to the family competition cherry tomato plant, it is still producing and growing on the balcony. And now we have tomatoes with a view. That's crazy. And so, look at it extending out there. And so Mom is in charge of harvesting these guys here, which is pretty cool.